so here, introduce yourself.
That was a little bit of a loaded question. I'm going to do my best here.
Okay.
So my name is Air. I actually am the CEO of NeuroSelf down here in Brickell, Miami. And then I'm also the president of the Brickell Community Chamber.
Yes.
So we're all about community, and then NeuroSelf is for our mindset, subconscious beliefs, a lot of neuroscience, to be honest with you.
So tell us a little bit about let's go into the Neuro Self before we get into the chambers. So tell us a little bit about the Neuro Self.
So located in Brickell. If anybody's from Brickell, now would be a great time to raise your hand.
Brickell in the house, Brickell in the house, Brickell in the house.
Okay, a couple.
We got they in here.
You guys. But also, it's international because everybody has health. Everybody's at wellness. We're at a wellness event right now. And what we focus on is subconscious belief systems that are holding you back. So maybe it's trauma. Maybe you're trying to get from $10,000 to $30,000 a month for your business. Maybe it's health, right? We're at a health expo right now. You're trying to gain muscle, maybe lose a couple of pounds. I like to say get healthy, right?
Yeah.
So in neuroscience, we have a lot of blockages in our minds that keep us from actually being able to rewrite our program. So I tell people very often that no one's broken, that we're all just programmed a certain way. Sometimes that comes through childhood, sometimes that comes through a bad relationship that we may have had.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. I'll have my nights of crying.
Or, sometimes it's just the society we live in. We get taught many things as we get older about how we're supposed to behave or think or create. And if you're an entrepreneur, we know that we're definitely outside the box.
Definitely, there's no box.
There's no box. We made them. So with that, we need to really be able to figure out what is holding you back and then rewire it to be able to bring you into your goals.
That's amazing. Then the mindset is a powerful tool that we have, and we definitely need to unlock it to be able to maximize our potential, right? And then, so how long have you been doing that?
So I actually started in clinical psychology.
Clinical psychology. Wow.
And if we go way back, about 15 years ago, when I was doing my undergrad, which kind of shows my age a little bit, I had anatomy, nutrition, and health and human sciences with organic chemistry.
Oh, wow.
So that's 3 degrees there.
Yeah.
I worked my way from the physical body into the mindset, that's psychology, and then I tapped into a little bit of spirituality. Because everything comes from God, from source.
Yes.
And so I just keep going, and then eventually I ended up doing neuroscience. And peak, I keep telling my partner to stop doing degrees. I don't think he believes me. But we're just going to see how far we can do this and how much impact we can have on others.
That's amazing. And how does that make you feel, the impact that you have in others, being able to unlock their mindset to be able to help them push forward?
So this gets a little bit into my story.
Let's go. That's what I mean right there. You see what I'm saying? Let's go.
When I was 8 years old, I was actually recruited to the United States for modeling.
Yeah.
I was a baby. I was 8 years old. So originally I was with DNA, and I worked my way forward. And I realized that there's a lot of trauma that goes with being a model. Whether you were a model in the 90s or, I would not want to be a model right now. There's even like social media influencing and so much going on. But with that, I felt a huge impact. If you read Model Stop Traffic, which was my New York bestseller back in 2015.
2015 New York bestseller, y'all. Let's give a round of applause one time. Round of applause for that. New York bestseller. Tell us about that.
So that was actually about how human trafficking or domestic violence looks like for women in the modeling industry, in the fashion industry. So I went on tour with that, but what I found was I got into more and more philanthropy as a result. And with philanthropy comes a lot of social causes. And I found that I didn't care so much about the money. I didn't care so much about the fame or getting your name. Like being on stage is one thing, but you should be called to be a leader. You don't want to be a leader. So I found that the more social impact that we had, the better I felt as a person as far as like my meaning to be on this earth.
I love that. I love that. Because it definitely, you know, relates to History Makers and what we've been able to do for the past 12 years and the community that we've built within the organization, that when we do events, when we do charities, when we go to schools and we talk to kids and even do events, and just the idea of making someone feel good, feel happy is the most gratifying with everything that we do. So that's pretty amazing too.
I love that. I didn't know about History Makers.
Hey, I mean, look at your history that you presented here to us, what you've already created, and the impact that you've done to the world is amazing too. Now, tell me a little bit about the Brickell Community Chamber. That came along 4 or 5 years ago?
4.5 years ago.
Okay.
So it was a lot in the making. I found that with all the philanthropy that we were doing, with the women's activism, women's business, and then also with the children in our community. It actually started with the Super Bowl. If you remember Tony Robbins coming down